hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope that today brings all the good things that you've been hoping for. I wanted to talk a little bit today about this art that I'm making. I think some art can be seen as controversial, so this is me giving my disclaimer that I am not intending to be controversial or sacrilegious in the least. To give you a little background, I grew up very religious. My dad was a pastor. I was in the church for 24 years of my life, and I am now 31, so I've been out of the church for a little bit, and I'm still dealing with that, but I don't have any ill will against the church per se. It's the Christians, unfortunately. Not to offend you if you are one, I'm sure you're a great one. It's okay to be a Christian. It's okay to follow the Lord in whatever context. I just couldn't be associated with hate. And unfortunately, that is the association that is most prevalent right now, because there's a lot of people who use religion in order to put other people down instead of lift other people up. I've been to many churches in my life where they said, well, church is a hospital for the broken, not just for the healed or whatever. And while that may be what they say, it's not how they act. We live in a timeline right now that is very scary for a lot of different people who are not cis, white, het people. It's a scary time. If you have any amount of melanin in your skin, it's a scary time. If you're not from this country, it's a scary time. If you don't identify with the gender you were born with, it's a scary time. If you're married to someone who is the same sex as you, it's a scary time for people who don't have the American outline, as it were. And although America was founded on being a melting pot and the land of opportunity, it is no longer that, and it is a place where fear and hatred reside, unfortunately. I'm not saying that to be like, oh, look at the world, it's so bad and blah blah blah. I live it every day. I am still on the periphery of all of these things on a daily basis. I think when times are scary and you feel like you don't have a voice, it's when art makes the most sense as a medium of your voice. And lately, I haven't felt like I had a voice or a path. It's been scary. I know this kind of deviates from like what I do on a normal basis. But it's important, I think, to show support when you can't actually give support. I am a child of an immigrant. My mom's whole family came from a different country. I went to an all Hispanic church growing up, and so I was very immersed in Hispanic culture and people who were not of this country, who love this country for what it is said to have offered. And seeing the state of the world right now makes me really sad, especially as someone who was very religious and is a child of an immigrant, that we have misconstrued the words of someone who came down here and was very loving towards everyone who wasn't a traditional person, I guess, like the prostitutes, the people on the edges of the towns, the widows, everybody who people rejected is who Jesus was the champion of. And I don't see that in my day-to-day anymore, and that's why I had to leave the church. I'm a champion of the people who have no voice. And unfortunately, in this country, the loudest voice is that of the Christians. Not to say that Christianity is bad, but it is deeply flawed in the times we're living in now. To base your life on a book that has been changed and rewritten and retranslated so many times that it's lost its original meaning. Just because some people, some dudes in the 80s thought, hey, actually, homosexuality, let's put that in the Bible, because that's probably what they meant when they were talking about not to lay with another whatever. And it was, no, actually, they were talking about children, not homosexuality at all. So when I see people say, well, homosexuality is still a sin, if it doesn't affect you, it shouldn't be your platform at all, period. If you're not an immigrant, or you're a child of an immigrant, or in the periphery of immigrants, it shouldn't be your platform to talk about what they do or don't do, because immigrants raised up this country. And to be honest with you, we're all immigrants of this country, because we took land that wasn't ours to begin with. It's sad, I think, because I think a lot of this is based off of fear and not really based off of a devout feeling that people have. I think a lot of people are just scared of what it means to accept trans people, scared of what it means to accept homosexuality, scared of what it means to accept someone with a different skin color than them. And instead of saying that, they just spout hatred, because that's the easiest thing. It's okay to be scared of things. It's okay to not understand things. It's okay to learn things. I think we don't stop learning until we're dead. If you leave school and that's the last time you learn something, then you're not living life correctly. Not that I'm one to tell someone how to live, but you're going to learn till the day you die. Every generation brings about change. There's going to be new things in 20 years that we never even thought of. And it might be scary, but it doesn't mean to reject it. Ask people about their stories. Care. Your stories matter, but others do as well. There's not one type of person who has to be the blueprint of what it looks like to be an American. This country is a rainbow of people and cultures and identities and sexualities and everything that we should not only accept but celebrate. If that sounds radical to you, then I'm so sorry that you have such a narrow view of the world. Because if I only cared about people who looked like me and acted like me, my world would be so small. I hope you know that your voice matters, even if it's different from somebody else's. I hope you know that it's okay not to look or act or be what is just the acceptable thing to look, act, and be in your place, in your country, in your city, in your school, in your job, in your whatever. It's okay to be different. Don't discount your story. just because it doesn't look like everybody else's. And hey, don't discount anybody else's story just because it doesn't look like yours. This country was a country of immigrants at one point, and it still is. Maybe I have the audacity to say this because I don't have a big following and I don't really care if people find me digestible or not. But I hope you also, in small ways, feel like you can speak up for people who don't really have anyone speaking up for them. Take care of yourself.